When I was 11 years old, I was in 6th grade. Across the street from my school, there was an old beat-up house. Honestly, it scared me a lot as a kid. The house looked abandoned, dirty, and forgotten. I never understood how anyone could live there and ignore how terrible it looked. Whenever my friends and I walked home from school, they would make fun of that house. But I would always tell them to stop. I used to think, what if someone actually lived there and heard us? My friends used to laugh at me. They said I was too scared of everything. And honestly, they weren't completely wrong. At first, nothing ever happened. But when October came, things changed. My friends started staying after school for activities. That meant I had to walk home alone one afternoon. While walking past that creepy house, I noticed someone standing in the window. They were completely still, and it felt like they were staring directly at me. Nothing happened that day, but it kept happening. Every single day, that same figure watched me from the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman, and honestly, I didn't want to know. I told my friends. They said maybe someone was trying to scare me for Halloween, so I tried to convince myself they were right. But 1 week before Halloween, everything got worse. I was walking home like usual, and this time, I saw a tall figure standing on the porch of that house. I tried to stay calm. I tried to act brave, and I kept walking. Then suddenly, the figure ran down the steps and started chasing me. I screamed and ran as fast as I could, but it felt like he was getting closer. He was yelling things that made absolutely no sense. I knew I had to hide. Fast, I ran into an alley and hid behind a dumpster. It smelled horrible, but I didn't care. I tried not to make a sound. I could hear his footsteps getting closer. I could hear him breathing. I could hear him mumbling to himself. My heart felt like it was going to explode. Then suddenly, his footsteps ran away. I stayed there, frozen, until I was sure he was gone. Then I ran home as fast as I could. When I got home, I told my parents everything. My dad called the police. They arrived about 20 minutes later. I told them what happened and which house the man came from. The next day, the police came back. They told us something that made no sense. Nobody lived in that house. It had been abandoned for years. They said it was probably a homeless man or squatter. But that never made me feel better. Even today, whenever I walk past an abandoned or creepy house, I still feel like someone might be watching me.